All right, guys. So what I'm going to show you is going to be something that'll add to your RP and also add to a possible job. There's been major issues that I've seen with the ESX taxi job. Sometimes it doesn't like to work. So what we have instituted, especially things how in today's day and age, Uber has become such a huge thing between Uber and Lyft. Um, the guys over at OCRP were nice enough to release something for ESX, which was, it's really cool as far as how you can do it, especially if you're running an ESX server like what we have. So it'll work in any car. That way you can be like a technical Uber driver. If you hit left control and then the G key, it'll pop up your fare configuration. You can type in your meter and it'll pop up down here. You can type a fare type based off a distance. You can do a flat fee. If someone's driving, to the airport or whatever, you can do like a $60 fee or, whatever. Or you can do a rate fare. So let's say you want to charge, $3 a mile. It'll do that. So we do it on $3 a mile. Right now our fare is 0. There's no one in the server because technically we're down for maintenance. Basically it's me updating stuff or, one of the other admins that has developer permissions. Anytime we say that the server's down for maintenance, this is actually what we're doing. We're not just not allowing you guys to play in server. We're actually doing something. We're trying to make our server better, and luckily we have people who are willing to give back to the community to where I don't necessarily have to try and figure out how to make stuff like this, so they release it to us. So basically what it is, I don't have anyone in the car, but if you drive down the road, it'll start adding up the money. And if you really start getting out there and, let's say you had to drive to Paleto Bay and you're charging $3 a mile, it's going to add up. It's going to probably be, a $30 fare or more. I've never actually looked to see how far it is to Paleto, but, we're only roughly about a mile, and you can do it to where if someone needs to go to the car dealership downtown because they're new to the server, they don't have a car, you could pick someone up. It works in any car. It works with any job. The only cars that it doesn't work with is bicycles and motorcycles. It doesn't work with off-road vehicles, and it doesn't work in emergency vehicles. Emergency vehicles are, self-explanatory. You're not going to work a second job as a taxi driver or Uber driver in an emergency vehicle. So, if you had to pick somebody up and you want to charge them for the empty run, and let's say they're at the Paleto gas station, we've already gone over 2 miles. We're going to pass this guy on the left because fuck them. You can drive out here. They'll pay the empty fare, and then when you actually get to them and pick them up wherever they're going for their destination, you can charge it as well. Obviously, if you have ever used ESX or know what ESX is, it's the economy framework that is used in quite a bit of 5M servers. We've used it for a long time. We've got it to the point of where it's works well for what we do. So, like, let's say we're picking someone up here, they'd owe us $8.23. If you were dropping someone off, you would just hit F2 if you were the fare, and you'd go to your cash, and then obviously you wouldn't see the fare in there, but it says give if you're by somebody, and you could give them $8.23 or round up, round down, whatever, because I don't believe ESX allows fractions of a dollar or pennies in a sense. So the easiest way is if this is something you want to do. Jobs are always being created in our server. You can apply with one of your civ directors and go from there and get a job doing this. Obviously it's not one of those things where we don't want everyone doing it, but this kind of showcases you a little bit of how it actually works. Obviously, let's say that fare was over, you can actually hit Control G again, and you can reset the fare, and it goes back down, but your rate stays the same. So if you want to be a $3 a mile driver, and that's what you want to do for the entire RP for the night, you can do that. You can raise it even if you really want to be, an expensive fare, because let's say you're driving a really expensive car, and, it's more of a luxury thing. If you want to go get a limo and buy a limo at the dealership, you can. These are all things that can be done in our server that adds more things for you guys to do. So it doesn't mean you have to shoot at the police, try and get pulled over, get into a car chase, and just, be stupid and piss off the cops, because we definitely do not like all that stuff, especially if it's consistent. And if we're seeing a bunch of people that are doing the same thing over and over, it's not something that looks good on you, and it's certainly not something that looks good on our server, because a lot of people don't want to join an RP server where a bunch of people are being jackasses. So, if someone's new in town, new to the server, and they need help, you can pick them up. Take them to where they need to go. You can take them to the DMV so they can get their license. You can take them to go buy a new car. We will be implementing here shortly buying houses and all that crap. But this way you guys have at least an idea of what's available to you, and more things that will come down the road. We will always be adding new things, because we want to be, we want to keep the server fresh. We don't want to consistently be stale and you guys get bored. So again, if you have any questions, talk to your civ directors, talk to other members, use a chain of command, and go from there. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys later.